Good people, good people, good people, good people. What's up with you, man? We back. The De Niro times. Y'all know how we get down. One of them days. One of them weeks. Uh, y'all don't be looking at this shit like this CBS or Action Jacks or none of that, thinking that like we gonna be in here actually like newscasters, like how they do, nigga. I'm gonna give you the news, but I'm gonna give you the news from my point of view, from my perspective, the way I want to give it, on some real nigga shit, type of shit. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you still nigga. You still nigga. So I'm gonna give you the news as a nigga, from a real nigga perspective, from my perspective. Just the way I see things. The same thing we do on the AA meeting. You know what I'm saying? The same thing, the way we rock, you know what I'm saying? The way we get down. Y'all know how I get down on the AA meeting. Matter of fact, AA meeting will be back on the 29th. You know what I'm saying? Take a little lay off for a second. Try to get some things in order. But don't worry, the AA meeting, we coming back. You know what I'm saying? That podcast is lit every week on Tuesdays, released 10 a.m. Check that out. You know what I'm saying? Podbean.com, Apple Music, SoundCloud, all that good jazz. Check us out, AA meeting. You know what I mean? That's how we doing it. That's how we rocking. It's been an interesting week, man. It's been real interesting this week. I mean, the big thing right now is the whole Stevie J and Faith Evans thing. Like, everybody gonna voice their opinion. Everybody entitled to their opinion. I respect everybody's opinion. Opinions is like escalades, like Ludacris said back in 2004 or 5. Everybody got them. You're entitled to your opinion. And it's a lot of backlash that Stevie J getting, Faith Evans getting, for a lot of various reasons. And I mean, me personally, I salute their situation. I personally salute their situation. I believe in marriage. I believe in continuity. I believe in when that's your best friend, you take that next step. I believe in having a soulmate. I believe in all that good shit. You feel me? And I feel like when it come down to the situation, if them people been friends for all these years, we talking like 20 years worth of friendship, and y'all always had that bond, and y'all let certain things and certain people restrict y'all from what y'all want to do, then that was on y'all. But now you finally decide to step up and be grown and be adults and say, I'm going to do what I want to do at this point. I love him. She love me. Whatever the case is, we're going to work this thing out. We're going to make it happen. And guess what they did? No ceremony. We're going to go out to Vegas, and that's what we're going to do. They shot out to Vegas and, did what they did. My only thing was, the only thing I didn't understand about that whole situation was just a week ago. It had to be about a good week. I read that she was dating Jadakiss. And I'm like, damn, so she fucking with Jada now? Like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They did the Luke Cage episode, if y'all remember. The Luke Cage, one of them episodes, I think it was season 2. Season 2 of Luke Cage, where they was at Harlem's Paradise, and, they had performances or whatever. And, they performed the song New York, which was on the Faith and Biggie album, The King and I. And that song was featuring Jada. So because they was on the song or whatever, they got the performance slot for the show. So they was doing the press run or whatever, and for the show, marketing the show, promoting the show, whatever. And since they performed on it, they was on the red carpet at viewings and things of that nature. And people was looking at them and thinking it was a couple. And they never denied it. So it's easy to assume that they never denied it, everybody gonna automatically assume that they kicking it on that level. But in reality, they wasn't. We all been cool since, you know what I'm saying, 1995, 1996. We all been rocking. So y'all was good friends with my husband, and you know, we was all friends or whatever because we was all on Bad Boy. And then from there, we just decided to go our separate ways once, you know, Big died or whatever. But we always stayed in contact from a distance. So it was easy to get that misinterpreted that they was kicking it on that level. You feel me? The same shit that happened with Pac. Like, you gotta remember, the nigga Pac came out like, you claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife. At the end of the day, nigga, that was a battle rap. When you do battle raps, you gonna say anything you can say in a battle rap to get under the nigga that you battling skin. It's that simple. Just because Pac say he fucked Faith don't mean he really fucked Faith. You feel me? Now, granted, I wasn't there. I don't know if the nigga hit Faith or not, but I strongly doubt it. You feel me? Like, I seriously doubt the nigga hit Faith for real. But if he did, well, you know, that is what it is. At the end of the day, we talk about Stevie J and Faith. My whole thing with the whole Stevie J and Faith thing is, I think it's cool. That nigga Stevie J been running around here reckless for a long time. He was fucking with Jocelyn for who knows how long, and fucked around and got her pregnant, and y'all know how that go. You know how that go. You fucking with people like that, you don't get them pregnant. Because you think you got that bond with dog. As soon as you and dog break up, the first thing she gonna do is spill everything on you that you ever told her. Because that's the type of person she is. You gotta watch who you having kids with, home. And these hoes might look good. They may look good. They may have they shit together for the moment or whatever the case is. Them gonna be the same hoes that ruin you, bro. Like, straight up. They gonna ruin you. But Faith know all this. Faith know because her and the nigga been cool forever. She know what's happening. They got that type of relationship where Stevie will talk to Faith and was like, yeah, me and dog was out here doing our thing. We ran into this little chick and we was popping off and we did this and we did that with her and blah, blah, blah. So, like, they been best friends for real. So that nigga done told her, like, his whole life story. She know everything about that nigga. And she accepted it and she married him. I don't understand why people coming around like, oh my God, that nigga was cool with Biggie. He fucking with that man wife and Blase Square. Man, Biggie been dead 21 years, home. 21 years. Don't that shit come with an expiration date? I'm just asking. Like, I understand. Like, me and my homeboys, we got a code, bro. Like, baby mamas is off. They off limits. Certain chicks that you probably had feelings for, you thought you had feelings for, they off limits. You know what I'm saying? So there is a code. I respect the code. But my nigga, this man been dead for 21 years. He don't give a fuck. He don't care. That nigga don't give a flying fuck who Faith dealing with right now to this day. I swear that on everything. Everything. Like, you gonna sit here and tell me that man rolling over in his grave right now, giving a fuck about who Faith dealing with? I doubt it. I'm almost 100% certain that he not giving a fuck about that. But, you know, these days, this generation of time, that shit changed, man. Like, I don't know who raised this generation, man. This generation, it's crazy. I don't know. I ain't gonna speak on the generation because I fuck with the generation. I got a lot of little homies that I run around here kicking weird things of that nature, whatever like that. All I'm saying is, my nigga, if I die and 21 years later, if you and my people still cool like that, do what you gotta do, home. Make sure she's straight. Make sure my churn straight. Make sure my people that's affiliated with them, make sure they straight. I'm going to respect you for that in itself, because it take a real man to raise another man's kids. And that's 100. If you ain't never heard me say nothing, that's 100. Nigga, it's a lot of people running around here, a lot of men running around here playing stepdaddy. You feel me? A lot of them. Like, you got to think about it. Like, in a black person household, like, the ratio of a kid growing up with his biological mom and father is like, what, 3 out of 10? So you got to think about them other 70, that other 70% that's just running around here with stepdads or stepmoms. So for that stepmom or that stepdad to step in and take care of that child like it's theirs, I respect them. I salute them. Because that's not your position. That's not your job. Ain't nobody tell you have to do that. But you choose to do that, and I commend you. The fact that Stevie J got like 1,900,000 kids and Faith willing to step in like, whatever, they're my kids. Okay, do what you do. Take care of them children the best that you possibly can. The fact that Faith got a kid from Big and Stevie J knew Big. Now, ain't nobody saying that they was friends. Yeah, you made some beats. You was on Bad Boy. You made some beats. You feel me? You made some beats. That don't make y'all friends because you made beats. Now, I know he, on a couple of times on not social media, but reality shows, he would say certain things like, oh, well, Big was my man. Well, Big been dead for a long time. Everybody that Big came encounter with basically said, that was my man. Except for the niggas that he really had beef with, like Ghostface, Raekwon. Like, the nigga was like, yeah, he could rap, he was doing this thing, but that we wasn't cool. But, other than that, everybody else was like, yeah, Big was my man, Big was my man. Don't get it twisted. To me, Big is one of my top 5 favorite rappers of all time. So, I'm not saying nothing disrespectful about Big, and I ain't, spitting on his legacy, but what I'm saying is he been dead for a very long time. That woman has to move on at some point. Period. She has to move on. In reality of life, that's what women do. They move on. They move on. Just like men, we move on. If something happened to you or I'm not rocking with you no more, I'm gonna move on. The fact that she married Stevie J, who's a reality TV star these days, and he's known more for his TV shows than his beats or his music or his Grammys, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Think about it. What's Faith known for these days? Being Biggie's ex-wife. How many hits Faith had in the last 5 years? Well, let's just be honest. So, like, maybe this was God's plan all along. You know what I mean? Who knows? But I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Everybody entitled to their own opinion, just like I said, you know what I'm saying? De Niro just gonna give you De Niro's point of view. You feel me? So, like, that's what they do, that's what they do. That's like saying, if Whitney had a best friend or a close associate, that now she can't fuck with Bobby. Why? And I mean, Whitney only been dead a few years. I think about 4 years now, 4 or 5 years. Something like that. She been gone. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Whitney. That's my baby. But is her best friend gonna get backlash for fucking with Bobby right now? Like, for real? Like, she gone. She's not gonna care. But, again, that's my opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. That's what you get on the De Niro times. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. So, I'm going to leave with that. You know what I'm saying? I got other shit to do. I got some sports stuff to look into. I'm seeing a whole lot of sports stuff going on these last few days. I'm intrigued by a lot of it. Shots out to the Lakers. They just signed Michael Beasley today. 1-year contract, $3.5 million. I think that's a good pickup for the Lakers to get Beasley. He had a hell of a season last year with the Knicks when Porzingis went down. I think that was pretty dope. Melo just got traded to the Hawks. He'll be waived before the week over. Front runner for him is the Houston Rockets. I think that'll be dope for him. He gonna go there and play the same exact position that he played in OKC. Um, he played behind, Russell Westbrook and PG. Now he just gonna go to Houston and play behind Chris Paul and James Harden. But whatever. Whatever floats his boat. At least he get his best friend with him in Chris Paul. I think that'd be pretty dope. You know what I mean? So, like, whatever. Um, Jabari Parker, shouts out to him. Signed his new contract, 2 years, $40 million with Chicago. I think that was real big. He trying to revive his career. I hope the best for him. Chicago gonna still suck. So whatever. Boogie Cousins, he done went to the Golden State Warriors, the Thanos of the NBA. We'll see how that work out. Whatever. It is what it is. Kawhi Leonard just got traded to the Toronto Raptors. You know what I mean? He hated it. DeMar DeRozan hates it. For everybody who used to make songs coming out of Toronto, talk about DeMar DeRozan and the Six and etc., they can wipe them verses out now because that nigga's a Spur now. So, we'll see what happens, man. It's going to be a real interesting season. We're looking forward to the NFL. You know what I'm saying? I'm not personally, they suspended my dog Jabo for 3 weeks. Jameis Winston, you know what I'm saying, for some bullshit allegations, but we'll talk about that at another time. They ain't got nothing to do with me, but we'll get there. So I'm definitely going to voice my opinion. What else going on, man? Julio Jones, they just came out publicly and said that he ain't going to get no new contract. Not this year anyway. I think that's crazy. That's one of your best players on the team. You don't feel like he worthy of getting the contract, but we'll see. You know what I mean? Yeah, a lot of stuff going on. Hall of Fame coming up. T.O. say he ain't going to the Hall of Fame ceremony, but he want to play again in the NFL or the CFL. That's crazy. But, we'll get there. We'll get there. Just let me know what you want to hear. Let me know when you want my opinion. I'll give you my opinion. I got what you want. I got what you need. Can I get another shot? This time I'm going to make it hot. Throwback. That's for all the people my age out there that know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about? Again, this is the De Niro Times, man, with De Niro, a.k.a. the AA meeting. We coming back in 2 weeks. I'm going to get with y'all in a little bit, my nigga. Word.